Europa Universalis, the grandest of all grand strategy video gaming franchises, starting all the way back in the year 2000 with the original Europa Universalis, all the way up to right now with the latest iteration, EU5. Now, even though EU5 and actually EU4 have really strong fan bases and thousands upon thousands of devoted fans, ladies and gentlemen, there is another. A game that is played by literally about 100 people every single day. A grand strategy video game that refuses to die. Of course, I'm talking about Europa Universalis 3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be playing Europa Universalis 3 for the first time ever and seeing how it compares to one of my favorite video games of all time, EU4, and to one of my favorite video games right now, EU5. Is it going to be worse? Is it going to be better? I guess it's time to find out. So let's jump in to EU3. All right, here we are in EU3, ladies and gentlemen, a game I've actually wanted to check out for a pretty long time, and after you guys enjoyed the March of the Eagles playthrough that we did a week or two ago, and you said you wanted to see EU3, I'm here to deliver, baby. I'm here to entertain you. So yeah, here we are in the start screen, man, and it just immediately to me looks like a blend of Victoria 2 with EU4. This is the Victoria 2 map, you know, the paper map with the folds and stuff like that. And interestingly, I didn't know this, but apparently EU3 has multiple start dates. And actually, all of these, from the fall of Byzantium up until revolutionary France, are also present in EU4, literally the exact same ones. However, the start date is different, with the fact that EU3 starts on October 14th, 1399. And apparently this is what the world looks like. Now, interestingly, I can't zoom in or out right here. My scroll wheel works. But yeah, lots of playable countries all around the world. Okay, nothing in Australia. I wonder if we have playable countries in the Americas. Okay, we got Inca and Chimu, Maya, Zapotec, and Aztec, Creek, Cherokee, Shawnee, Iroquois, Huron, and of course, you know, the setup in Europe, obviously far less granular than EU4, and EU5 is still here. Okay, but the question is, which country do we play as, man? You know, in March of the Eagles, we played Prussia and Castile, but over here, I think we want to go with someone powerful so we can really see what this game has to offer. Oh my god, the Timurids are still here. But I don't think we want to go with someone like France or Castile or England. You know what? It's just when the favorite is there, why not? Folks, today we're going to be playing as the Ottoman Empire. All right, let's do the rise of the Ottomans, man. We're allied to Bosnia and Serbia. Why? I don't know. We're Sunni, not that difficult. 4 stars military, 3 stars economy, 5 stars diplomacy. And Bayezid the First is our Sultan. Okay, let's eat all of these guys up. The setup isn't too different to how the Ottomans look like, well, about 45 years later. All right, folks, here we are in game. This time we can actually zoom in and out. As always, Paradox insisting on, you know, putting us in that map. But there we go. There's political. Now, one thing I don't like is actually, I don't know if you guys could see, but no matter where I hover, we got these things down here blocking the map. It was the same situation in March of the Eagles. So, yeah, okay, so that is how we choose to go faster or slower. Map modes are right here. Actually, they're pretty similar to EU4. I like that quite a lot. Okay, let me examine everything, see how everything works. Okay, there's the country. We got a court economy with the sliders. Obviously, sliders have returned to EU5 now. They weren't present in EU4. 3 advisors, just like EU4. Units, this is like EU4 as well. Maintenance, okay, I like that. Army and Navy. Religion and decisions, I guess. This is all present in EU4 as well. This is government reforms. And the sliders from EU3 coming back in EU5 as well. We got leaders. I don't know what this is. We're going to have to examine this. And then missions and decisions. Okay. This is our manpower, stability, ducats, prestige, infamy, I guess that's like aggressive expansion, legitimacy. Then we have merchants. Oh, this is once again brought back to EU5, I guess. Yeah, where they tick up monthly. And we got 3 things we need to do. Okay, let me examine everything. Okay, as far as I can tell, we got cores on Karaman and these guys down here, and some more cores over here. One thing I don't like is there's no middle mouse button scrolling, so I literally have to edge scroll or use the extremely slow arrow keys. But yeah, we already got like some CBs, man. As we can see, we got Holy War and Conquest on Byzantium. Taking a look at these guys, Chandar, we got Reconquest, which is nice, so we can immediately do wars. And honestly, man, everything is looking pretty familiar. Oh, hold up. One thing I didn't notice is we're actually at war, dude. Yeah, we're actually at war with the Timurids. Okay, so there it is. There's the war with the Timurids, but obviously the war screen is super different. I don't even know how many troops they got or anything like that. And we're actually on the same side with the Mamluks. Okay, so we do actually have an army over here, man. I guess we have to deal with these guys or piece them out. I don't know, white piece? Where is it? Before we can focus on anything else. Okay, you do actually have to siege every province, so let's keep moving. Okay, I pieced out with the Timurids by conceding defeat, since this is not something, you know, I thought we would be doing. I'm also not interested in fighting them yet. Really, what we want to do is like reconquer a bunch of cores over here. So let's focus on that. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough figuring out where things are and how you do things. It definitely, you know, shows its age and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see if we can recruit a couple more troops right here, because we have lost some of them, or we wait for them to you know, regather or whatever. But yeah, we need to chill a little bit, and then I guess we fight Biz, man, because it's, yeah, they're allied to Wallachia. Should be pretty simple. Okay, let's actually move on some of these guys first, man. I'm gonna... Oh, they're allied to Hijaz and Chandar. Well, they literally just weren't, dude. Okay, in that case, let's actually go in with a reconquest on Byzantium. And there we go. There's our first actual war declared. We're fighting Biz and Wallachia. You know, really what it comes down to is, you know, something I'm just noticing immediately, but this wouldn't have been like that back then. This just comes from the fact that I've played so many newer games. It's so... Nothing's really, you know, streamlined. You know, you can't really split an army. You gotta create a new unit. The fact that I gotta edge scroll over here, you know, things kind of pop up. I'm actually at war with someone else right now, too. So yeah, how am I fighting these guys? And if you go over here, yes, it does tell you who you're at war with when you hover up here, but then it's this. It just takes me to different people I'm at war with. And how do I see the different wars, you know? So that, a peace offer from Wallachia. Okay, I do want to accept that. Okay, so yeah, I just can't figure out a way to see all the different, you know, the wars, you know, a separate pop-up. Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm blind. So Second Timurid Ottoman War. I don't even know when this happened. Okay, this is what I was looking for earlier. Okay, we learn. They outnumber us significantly. Interesting. The Ottoman reconquest of Adan. I'm fighting Novgorod for some reason in this war. Novgorod, Bez, and Ryazan. Okay. Okay, and then we got this, the Venetian Crusade, which is Venice, Cyprus, Naxos, Salzburg, Naples, and Provence. Okay, so people are being aggro, which is good. That is something I like, right? If you know, the AI perceives that I'm weak in some way, I feel like they should be declaring on me, right? Especially because I'm a noob. I mean, this is expected that it would happen, right? But yeah, I just feel myself that I'm too slow in playing this game, right? Because of the lack of like shortcuts and you know things you expect to have that you don't. I don't know if you guys get me, but yeah, let's continue. Let's see if I can beat Biz. I'll probably lose to everyone else, but let's see if I can beat Biz. And you know, one thing that gets me the most is no C for okay. Yeah, that it was like that in March of the Eagles too, man. It's kind of like, you know, you need your hand to be left on everything on the map modes and stuff like that here, but you also need it to be right on enter and the arrow keys. So, and also, I don't know why this, okay, it was blocked out in the Timurid War as well. Now we got this, like revoke cores and stuff like that, but why is seed provinces blocked? You know? No, sure, if I want to piece these guys out, we could annex them, but yeah, it's demand tribute, And then we just can't select stuff right here. And we don't know why we can't select stuff, right? So this is, you know, some of the things that I guess weren't thought of back then. Okay, I finally figured out how to split the army with a button. But another thing is, like, you can't recruit a general from here. You need to go here, recruit general, if they cost money in this one. Then you go here, then you put them in. Look, Milan declared war on us. They cite alliance as their CB? Milanese intervention. Okay, so they're intervening kinda on behalf of like an ally or something, or not really on behalf, but to help someone out. Yeah, dude, look at this. I actually like this quite a lot, how aggressive everyone is. There's no setting for it, by the way. I didn't even see a difficulty setting, but yeah, I declared on Biz, of which Novgorod is the main guy. Then Timurids, Venice, and Milan all declared on me. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Things keep going from bad to worse. Hungary's in this now as well. Oh my God, we're fighting everyone. Okay, already not a good start, but hey, this is what our start was like in March of the Eagles as well. I guess Ottomans, maybe not that beginner friendly in EU3. Maybe we do a little regular old Castile playthrough. Can you walk over from Gibraltar to Tangier? I don't think you can, but then again, there's no like straight crossing here either, so maybe you can, maybe you can't, I don't know. One thing we can do is force vassalize Biz, but I actually need to siege down Morea probably to be able to take their provinces or something. I just can't understand why we, for example, can't peace out only for Thrace, which is, yeah, it's weird that it's not called Biz. The thing is also, I'm beating like everyone in battle. I guess our troops are superior. That's actually about to be our first loss, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. That's, I jinxed it, but, yeah. Okay, we're with 4 different people, dude. Let's try and get out of these somehow. So Timurids, sue for peace, offer tribute, concede defeat. They accept. Okay, so I'm out of the Timurid war. Okay, this concede defeat actually doesn't seem to be that bad at all. So offer tribute, concede defeat. They would not accept. Okay. Also, one thing, and I know I'm kind of like doing a review as we play along. It's not really a proper play along, but let's play, sorry. But, you know, look, building like troops and stuff like that, right? It's also not very intuitive, or at least I haven't found it yet. You know, I don't mean to yap on about stuff I don't know. But, you know, for example, if you go into the army right here, there's like no macro builder or whatever, and provinces do actually have buildings, man. We can see like the I guess the levels or something, and then it's different things over here. Yeah, this is definitely the levels, but you gotta click on a province to actually like you know, do stuff about it, which that's fair. But to recruit regiments as well, to build ships, to build buildings in it, there's no like one building units thing right here, or at least I haven't been able to find it, or there's no buildings here thing either. So that's an interesting design choice, I'll say. Wait, okay, so Serbia declared on me, and then Denmark declared on me. Dude, everyone is so aggro, like, and this is a no CB too. I think it's a war of Danish aggression. Yeah, everyone just, they see someone weak and they pounce on them, man. Yeah, they see someone weak and they pounce on them. Okay. Like I said, man, I guess Ottomans, not beginner friendly. I obviously suck. This, I did expect this to happen, not gonna lie, but you know what they say about EU games, man? When in doubt, parentheses, when you suck at the game, Castile. Let's try them out. Alright, so here we are as Castile, what obviously should be quite an easier nation. Now, let's see, is Granada right here? Or actually, where do we see our, there's the diplomacy. Yeah, there's no diplomacy tab right here. Okay, so we got cores on, well, almost all of Granada. If we want to hit them, they are allied to Morocco. But one thing we don't know is whether we can actually cross here. So that's interesting to note. Navarra as well, we don't have a CB on them. Okay, how do we actually create a CB? So, probably spying. Huh. Alliance, embargo, trade agreement, vassalization. Okay, vassalization is royal marriage, alliance, 190 relations, same religion at peace. We can probably diplo-vassalize these guys, but yeah, how do you get CBs? That's one thing. How do you get CBs? So how do we fight these guys? I'm actually not going to do anything with Aragon or Portugal. I want to take care of Granada first, but Yeah, let's see if we have navies aren't up here as well, interestingly. Oh, actually, there's navies. Cool. Nice. Oh, so I was building up the army. By that time, Navarra is now Sicily. Things happen like so fast, dude. Okay, but now Granada is actually allied to to Tunis and Morocco, but Tunis is busy with Algiers. I got my navy right here. Let's examine this, man. Let's examine this. I don't actually have any allies. Maybe we try and ally Portugal? Okay, we have allied Portugal. There actually was a mission to ally them somewhere. I don't think I can see that somewhere, but yeah, okay. But yeah, either way, okay, let's try out this war. I've done everything else, you know, advisors hired, blah, blah, blah. We're actually losing money, but that's okay. Let's fight Granada. Let's see here. Reconquest, call in allies. There we go. Yes, we are at war. Okay, so if we take these guys, which now I've merged them, they're split in half. Send in one guy there. Send in the other guy here. We actually do have to siege every province. Portugal has honored the alliance. Okay, you actually get paid over here, man, when advisors get hired somewhere else, which is nice. Okay, so Portugal's gonna beat their ass. Let's see if Tunis and actually Tunis didn't join. Let's see if Morocco tries to come over. After we siege this, we'll try and walk over there ourselves. Is this the siege progress? It's not. Yeah, you couldn't see siege progress in March of the Eagles either, and it's weird because it's like 6 years later than this. I think EU3 is 2007. Okay, so all of Granada has been sieged down. Let's see if we can do this. Now, Morocco is the main guy. Sue for peace. Annex. There we go. Granada's been annexed. Damn, the game takes so fast. I'm still at war with Morocco. Okay, they got about 16,000 troops. Unless Portugal comes in. Can we actually walk over there? Let's see that. But hey, there's a war won, and I think we had cores on almost all of that. Okay, so Gibraltar isn't a core. How do we make it a core? Province decisions available. La Mancha settlement policy. Okay, pop growth. All right, there actually is pops in this, isn't there? Kinda. Yeah, there is. Okay, it's just so many things from EU3 are present in EU5 that aren't present in EU4, you know? But yeah, how do we make Gibraltar a core? There's nothing for it. Sending a missionary, convert the province to the state religion. Yeah, how do you make stuff cores? Okay, if I just click on Tangier, for example, my guys can't go there. Can they go there? How many transports do I have right here? 1 transport. Does that mean that only 1 guy can actually go there? Yes. Okay, so you do need to have the right amount of boats to be able to move everyone. Let's build up transports. Aragon has warned me. I wonder, how do countries perceive you as weak so quickly? That's what I want to know. Like, why would they warn me? Oh, look, dude, Aragon declared on us. Portugal has honored the alliance. Okay, so who else is in that? It's just Aragon? Huh. They don't really outnumber me. And I can, of course, build more troops. Let's go to La Mancha. Okay, let's build up some more regiments here. Okay, I can concede defeat. It literally just cost us nothing, probably. So there we go. We're out of that Morocco war now. Excellent. So I'm just focused on Aragon, who's brought in Savoy and Sicily. But we're beating Aragon very easily. Thanks, Portugal. Okay, we've actually kind of already beaten up Aragon. I don't know if we can, like, demand transfer occupation from Portugal or something. I don't think we can. They're not giving us anything. So what we can do is just peace out Aragon. Sue for peace. There it is. Demand tribute. Now we have the possibility to take stuff. I'm going to take Aragon from them because that's the only thing I've occupied myself. And let's grab some money as well. And there we go. There's our peace with Aragon. Okay, well, we beat them when they declared on us, so I guess we're fighting these guys. Let's chill now, I guess. Try and figure out how to make stuff cores. Or maybe it's like passively cored. I don't know. Maybe you need to convert the culture or something. I also got rebels in Gibraltar, so let's keep going. Yeah, everything is just so familiar, man. If you guys have played EU4 or EU5 or anything like that, you will find this, you know, very easy to to get a hold of, but it's just, you know, the datedness of it might throw you guys off, like it's throwing me off. So yeah, you know, we always lose money, but we keep making money somehow. So yeah. Negative 5.4. I'm all right. I'm all right. Okay, in that case, let's watch the truce with Aragon, and if they're allied to Sicily, we can nab like Navarre in the next war too. Let's see if we can ally someone else. Unlikely. Okay. There's also no improved relations as far as I can see, which is weird. Oh, okay. So this, you know, stuff like tech, gets like auto research. I keep forgetting where everything is. Economy, military, no religion, government. We can do something here. Not selected any idea for the slot. Okay, so this is the ideas right here, and we can actually now build churches. We got that research somehow. So let's see. Land exploration. So we can start doing exploration stuff already. Don't really care about a lot of these. Let's go land force limit, tolerance of heretics. Let's check out the religion map mode. Yeah, we can start converting stuff over here. Oh, dude, actually, we can take any of these. We don't have to go in order. Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna take tax. Oh, churches don't make money here. They just help with stability. Frick it, let's build one in... Well, what's our capital, actually? Go to capital province. It is Madrid. Okay, let's build a church in Madrid. Frick it. Okay, Navarra broke free. Expanding influence. I don't want to know CB them. I don't want to know CB. Oh, actually, they're already insta at war with like these guys. Frick it. Okay, we researched more tech. We can actually now build an armory. There it is. Cool. I like that. Oh my god, dude, there is a macro builder, kinda. I only found this out because I clicked here, you can build province improvements, and it actually takes me to the ledger, which is right behind me right here. So army, wait, no, that's not how it is. Oh, okay, that's how it is. Okay, so we build an armory in, I don't know, is that what we can like get? Toledo, cool, oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit of a help. Okay, we're actually unlocking buildings fairly quickly now. So not only that we got churches and this, but we also got trade buildings. What is the trade building? So it's constable, direct tax plus 25%, and marketplace, which is local trade income plus 10%. Okay, so we want to spam up constables. So if we go here, this is a constable? Yes. Okay, let's spam them up everywhere, dude. We got lots of money for this. Perfect. Okay, I guess there's... Yeah, you need magistrates, which is what you use to build buildings. Okay, that's an interesting concept. Yeah, we just need to wait for these to fill up so we can build more. But yeah, so we really want to spam up everything everywhere. We're making decent money. I know we're technically losing money, but I don't really lose money. I don't get it how. Dude, I gotta say, the more I understand this game, the more I like it. It's... yeah, I can see why it was popping, and I can see why there's still 100 of you out there playing this game. It's really not bad. It's really not bad. It's just super dated, and a lot of things that you expect in modern games, I've said this 3 times already, aren't here, but yeah. It's like at the core of it, the bones of the game is there, and I like it. I like it. I can definitely see why a lot of these things were brought back for EU5, but at the same time, I can also see why they weren't included in EU4. You know, I wasn't around for the release of EU4. I mean, I was around. I just started playing it like 1 or 2 years after it released. But, you know, I assume it was like it is for EU5 right now. You know, like, oh, this from EU4 isn't in EU5, whereas so many things from EU3 aren't in EU4. But, you know, other things are, like, literally copied 1-to-1. So, yeah, very interesting. Okay, let's wait for magistrates and the truce with Aragon to expire, man. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, fun has officially started. It was always fun, but now I'm really having fun. Okay, well, I was actually just sitting over in the ledger, building buildings, and we're at war. So we got the third war of Morocco. Morocco just declared on me. Why? Oh my god, the Jalarids actually exist here? They do. Okay, so not only am I fighting Morocco, but I'm also fighting Aragon in the Aragonese reconquest of Aragon, which Portugal ditched me in? Assholes, now they outnumber me by quite a lot. Oh my god, dude, I got absolutely rolled right here. So not only did Aragon declare on me, stack wipe me, and now they sieged everything down along with Burgundy, but Morocco also hit me. And you know, now after getting warned by everyone else, yep, that's right. It's a no CB from Norway, who's called in Denmark and Venice. I just can't understand it. What am I doing? You know, even with a full standing army, man, what was I doing? I think it just comes down to troops, man. And you know, I'm trying to sort of balance it with like EU4 troop counts at this point of the game. But obviously in EU3, there's a lot more troops. There's a lot more troops. So yeah, they just walked in. They beat my ass. Portugal got pieced out. And yeah, you know, I tried to play the two, what I thought would be the two most powerful countries in the game, Ottomans and Castile. Got my ass beat as the Ottomans. And look, they're doing great. Also, why the hell is Cyprus so huge? They're doing great. They're doing better than me. Obviously, the AI would be better than me. I sucked as them, and I'm sucking as Castile right now. There we go. I've gotten full sieged. Someone's unsieging me, though. Maybe. I don't know. But who do we find here that, you know, is who is the actual playing tall guy, man? Do I just isolate myself as Portugal and try to colonize or something? Or do we maybe go for HRE gameplay? Where's the Imperial map mode? There it is. No, that's it. Where is it? There it is, right there. Maybe some HRE gameplay. Do a little Tuscany, I guess. I thought it would be Florence, but do a little Tuscany run, playing tall, eat up Siena. These guys. I don't know. Obviously, I can't play with the big dogs. So maybe we try the small dogs. Yeah, dude, look at this. We're absolutely getting destroyed right here. We're absolutely getting ruined. Holy. EU3 is hard. EU3 is very hard. Okay, failed as the Ottomans, failed as Castile. Let's give Tuscany a shot. It's only one location, one province, whatever you want to call it. They existed in both games. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong, dude? Oh my god, everyone is just so aggro. Okay, enough moping. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Okay, here we are as Florence, and the game plan is if we stay perfectly still, maybe they won't notice us. So we do have a couple of guys around us that we can fight, obviously. Like Urbino right here, which isn't a vassal of the Pope, and Modena, who's not allied to anyone. What I didn't notice is that Milan owns a lot of this right here, so I guess we'll see. The real thing I want to do here as these guys is really explore the economic side once the buildings get unlocked and stuff like that, because well, everyone's just been beating our ass, and we haven't been able to really do anything. Okay, finally figured out how to build CBs. It's when you click on a country, you go down here to the spy guy, and you need 100 ducats to fabricate claims, but obviously we're too poor for that, so yeah. Okay, by maxing government spending right here, that's how we advance the technology, so finally if we had the money, we could build a church. Let's focus up on that. First idea as well, gonna take tax. Excellent, we unlocked the constable, which is banging. Let's build that up. Okay, playing tall. We're actually kind of doing it. Okay, took out a couple of loans. Let's put down a marketplace. Oh, I just realized, dude, the reason we're making money is because there's a double gain right here. So we do lose a 0.58 per month, but at the end of the year, we gain 20.83. So that's why we're actually making money. Okay. Okay, let's try this. So Modena, for example, I can't click on them. There we go. If we want to declare war with a CB, it'll still be Ferrara and Switzerland. We can't. Yeah, there's actually no one we can fight. Pisa too. Pisa is, yeah, all of these guys. This is, I think, owned by Milan, but maybe Siena will break free. I don't know. Yeah, expansion is tough. At least we're making a little bit of money. Why the hell is... Oh, okay. All the relevant buildings have been built up, though. Yeah. Siena broke free. They actually don't have an ally. Fabricate claim. We can't even do that. We do have the money for it, but... Because... Yeah. Alright, for some reason we're actually making proper money now. Alright, upgraded to longbows as well. I've learned how to do that. That's nice. So we're chilling and chugging along. I've allied Siena to try and do something. I've also been guaranteed by the Pope. So, you know, my thesis did turn out to be correct, man. It is safe in the HRE. Unlike Castile or the Ottomans. And look, they're not dying. What the hell did I do wrong? This is Castile. Oh my god, it is. But it also is boring because I can't do anything. I already show you, man. If I want to fight Pisa, I gotta fight Austria, Genoa, Aquileia, Naples, Sicily, and Savoy. If I want to fight Modena, I gotta fight, and I can't even get a CB on them. I'll have to fight some of these guys. So there's literally nothing to do. We're making money now in both fronts, which is nice. Built up a slightly bigger army. Got all of the buildings I can have for now. All of these ones are, yeah, way later on down the line. But there's just nothing else to do. You know, I didn't mean playing tall in literally only one province. I kind of wanted to conquer 2 or 3 more, but okay, let's keep going, man. Maybe somehow some opportunity will arise. And yeah, I can't fabricate claims on them either. So yeah. Okay, well, we government maxed. Now we can do courthouse as well. Local revolt risk. Man, these actually suck. Really what we want is the stuff over here. This is the money-making stuff in production, but frickin', we can build it. We got the money. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe now I can somehow... No. Austria, Genoa, Savoy, no. Yeah, okay. Well, national decisions. We can pass licensing of press. Sure. Alright, government level 9. We can do another government idea. Okay, so not going exploration. What do we go with here? We already got that. Trade efficiency. Fort defense, morale. Yeah, let's go with the trade efficiency. Why not? Okay, we're money maxing, I guess. Yeah, and you know, these events help quite a lot. For example, right now, as you can see, we need to get to... Well, that's, I think, 3,628 or 5,628 right there. But these events are nice. Basically, you know, it's spare expenses or use caution. You know, they're the money or inflation or whatever they are. But this, you know, bumps us towards that, which is nice. Yeah. Yeah, so basically you spend money on these and that's how you research. For example, if we unpause here, we're gonna get the land 7. There it is. There's literally no bonus for land 7, okay? And yes, I know it says we have advisors, but they're all stab or colonial range guys and we can't hire anyone else. So we don't need a colonial range guy. I am using a stab guy, but... Okay, production 8. That's awesome. We can formalize scales, weights, and measures in Florence. That's nice. That helps us with our playing tall shtick. Let's also build... what did we just unlock? I think the workshop. Yeah, we just need a magistrate for it, so we can build it. There it is. There's the workshop as well. Okay, economy? Kinda banging. Not even gonna lie. Kinda banging. Okay, I didn't lose stab. I lost this. Frick me. But yeah, okay. Any progress here? No. Can we fabricate claim? No. Any progress here? No. Still good allies. Can we fabricate? No. I just don't get that. Yeah. How else do we do it, dude? How else do we do it? Trade depot. That's lovely. Great to see, you know, where the Ottomans' desire of Italy comes from. They actually have a province in Italy right now. Happens in every game, dude. This game runs so fast that it's 1463. We've actually played like 60 years with one location here. If this would have been a EU4, it would have been painful, let alone EU5. Jesus, it ticks so slow. But this has been like 20 minutes for me in real life. I got up once or twice to eat and stuff like that. But yeah, actual playtime probably definitely not more than 30 minutes to get to here. Probably like, yeah, 20 something. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's why the entire HRE stays so stable. They just do what I'm doing, which is nothing. Oh wow, something actually happening. Okay, so we got pretenders lost, and I think that's, yeah, it's insta over, dude. Okay, well, how did that impact us? We're losing money because of it now. Well, we're actually losing money now. What did I become? Did I become something else? Am I not a republic anymore? No, I'm not a republic anymore. I just got pretenders, Jesus. Well, on that terrible disappointment, I think it's time to end. But yeah, there you go, man. That's been just a little glimpse into EU5. We played 3 different countries, 2 of which I sucked with and 1 of which I was bored with. But, you know, slowly getting the hang of things. You know, if you've played, like I said, man, EU4 and EU5, especially if you've played both, you'll easily understand everything going on in this game. I feel like it took me like freaking 20 minutes to learn it, man. It's just so simple. And, but it's still, you know, it really is still a Europa Universalis game, and you know, it's obvious that it's a predecessor to like EU4 and EU5 and stuff like that. But you know, unlike March of the Eagles, for example, which is like a couple of years after, there's actually stuff to do here, right? There's actually stuff you do in a regular Europa Universalis game that you do actually get to do here. Obviously, I sucked as the Ottomans and as Castile, so I couldn't really show that off. And look at how powerful Castile actually is. But, you know, as Florence, you know, I sort of researched how to, well, research and build the buildings and stuff like that. And, yeah, man, it's old and all of that. It's almost 20 years old at this point, but could you actually have fun in this game? Yes, a lot, dude. I think you can have a lot of fun in this game. And look, the sprites are pretty much similar to EU4. You know, once again, like I said with March of the Eagles, man, if it's free or if it's like $1 or $2, you should pick it up. But honestly, even if EU3 is like 10 or maybe even 15 bucks, honestly, I think you can get fun out of it, man. Obviously, it'll feel dated because, you know, it's, once again, almost 20 years old at this point, and we have EU5 and EU4 right now, which are far superior compared to this. But yeah, man, if you're a fan of, like, you know, sort of retro-style games, if you enjoyed CK2 or Victoria 2, or if you've played this, maybe it's time for a throwback. And, you know, with all of the stuff that you can do and with the exploration right away and stuff like that, and because it spans so long, I feel like you can definitely get a, you know, shoot, maybe even more than 100 hours out of this, man. Yeah, honestly, if I wasn't making videos and I always do this comparison, I could see myself sitting down one night and, you know, instead of EU5 or even EU4, you know, just playing this for 4 or 5 hours, you know, having fun, trying to maybe, I don't know, start as Naples, form Italy, or form Spain as Castile, you know, sort of short campaigns like that. But yeah, obviously, man, it's dated in a lot of aspects, but at the same time, it's so familiar. Everything you do is, like I said, gonna come naturally, especially if you've played EU4 and or EU5. And honestly, I can see why there's about 100 devoted fans playing this every single day. Am I gonna play this every single day? No, of course not, because well, I like EU5 more. But am I a fan of EU5, even just having played it for a couple of hours today? I honestly can say that I am. I am a fan, and if you know, if I was into these types of games in 2007, instead of being in, well, I'm not gonna say what country because I'm not allowed to, but you know, there's certain things that went down, and the whole deportation thing. We'll get into it another time. But if I had known about EU3 in 2007, I probably would have been playing it. And I think even with just my limited playtime from today, I think it's a pretty good game. So yeah, if you've got it, check it out. If you don't got it, if it's free or super cheap, get it. I promise you're going to have fun, man. And you're just going to be able to tell firsthand how far, especially the Europa Universalis franchise has evolved in the past 20 years. But this has been a fun video, man. Let me know if you want to see me check out more retro Paradox games like this. I'd love to do EU1 and EU2, but I just don't know where to get them. And I think my PC can't even run them properly. I think maybe I got them on GOG or something like that, but I just couldn't get EU1 to run or something like that. And even these are pretty difficult to run, man. You click off on the other desktop, everything crashes. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, maybe CK2 or Victoria 2 or something like that. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content like this, and yeah, leave a comment what you think about EU3. But that's it for me for now. See you next time.